Hi quilters, it's Pam from AccuQuilt. Okay, you just missed the cutest kid in all the world. My granddaughter Oakley was here, and she actually used our studio cutter to cut up some pieces for our Cleopatra's fan. So you can check out those pictures when we post them on social media. So hey, I'm here to talk about our new studio die, Cleopatra's fan. So think about this for a minute. Maybe because it's a little more advanced, you haven't really thought about making a Cleopatra's fan because you don't want to cut all of those pieces. I don't blame you. We actually have a die for that. And even though it has lots of curved edges, we built in some notches, so it's going to be really easy to use, and I'm going to show you how to use it. So first of all, here is our die. Now quilters, we made our Cleopatra's fan scrappy. So here is a sample of our scrappy quilt. This is Botanical Burst. Look at that, it looks like flowers coming out. So you can see we used all different colors. In fact, we used 5 different colors. And then we used our 2.5-inch strip die to the center to create that sashing. So you can use your scraps, which right here I brought a whole bunch from the studio. That's what we used. Or if you want to do a more traditional Cleopatra's fan, you just need 3 fabrics. So let me show you how you're going to cut using our die if you're just using 3 fabrics. So along here at the top, this row right here is all going to be one color. The center is going to be all one color, and the bottom is going to be all one color. So we made it really easy if you want to section out your quilt. Also, I'm going to tell you to follow the instructions that come with your studio die. This is one of those dies that has all sorts of pieces on it. There is no die police. You can actually write on your dies. So I would tell you to take a magic marker, and while you follow the pattern that is enclosed, then you can mark all the pieces. For example, this is piece A, and this is piece B. So you can follow the instructions and mark it. That way when you're cutting all the pieces, you know where they belong, okay? So, but I'm going to show you how we used our studio die to cut just one piece right now. We've cut a whole bunch of other pieces to show you, but I'm just going to show you how you would cut piece A. So what I've done is I've just rough cut. Now, usually you can run 10 layers of fabric through your studio cutter, but our project only requires you to have 8 of piece A. So watch this. 1, 2, there's 2 layers in each, 4, 6, 8. Okay? Then I'm going to put my cutting mat on top. Now, quilters, this is really important. You don't have to cut all the pieces on the die board. You could if you wanted to, but you can just cut one piece at a time. It's not going to damage your blades. It's not going to damage your mat, okay? So then I'm going to turn the handle just like this. Look how fast. Okay, so I'm going to give that mat a little love so the static kind of calms down a little bit. Then I'm going to slide it off. And look, ta-da! I've cut all of those pieces A in one pass. So how fast was that? All right, let me move this die out of the way, and then I'm going to sew some pieces together. All right, quilters, again, this is really important. You want to read the instructions so you sew those pieces together. So I'm going to start from the outside first. So here's piece A that I cut right here. This is the white. And then it goes here. Again, I'm going to refer to my instructions. This is piece B. So we are going to take these 2 pieces and sew them together. And look, this is the finished piece that it will make, okay? Then we're going to come here, and this is C, D, and E. Again, you're going to take these pieces, you're going to fold them over so the notches match. Hang on here, I'll show you. Okay, so the notches match, and sew that pieces together, all of those pieces together to make this section. Okay, then you're going to sew F and G together. So this is F, and this is G, and then you're going to add H to it. Once you've sewn these two pieces together, then you're going to add H, okay? When you sew all three of those pieces together, it looks like this. And then I and J are the last two pieces. Again, you're going to put them together, right sides together, match up those notches, and you're going to make this piece. Now, don't stress, because when you get right here to this piece right here, when you're sewing the red piece down to this purple piece, you're going to notice that it's just like 1/8 of an inch off from the edge of the curve. Don't be worried about that. It's supposed to be like that. We designed the die to be like that, because if you look over here, you can see when you piece that together, it all comes perfectly. Okay, so see how it comes together just like this over here? So even though it's a quarter, about 1/8 of an inch actually, 1/8 of an inch off, it's still gonna work together. Don't stress, okay? Let me show you how easy it is to sew curves. Quilters, don't be scared of curves, all right? Here's what I would suggest. I would suggest you find some fabric you don't love, cut all the pieces for Cleopatra's fan, and then practice sewing a block together. Kind of get the hang of it, see how all the pieces go together. All right, so I'm gonna take piece A and B. I'm gonna put it together just like this. Now, quilters, you can see that we have those notches built in right here, okay? So since we cut on the lengthwise grain, I'm gonna pin this actually. Since we cut on the lengthwise grain, then this little curved piece is gonna have a little bit of stretch, a little bit of bias on it. Okay, so I'm gonna line it up here to the edge, sew across here, and as I come through, I'm gonna turn and come to the bias edge there. All right, let's try it. Okay, so first I'm gonna line it up just right here on the edge. You know, we cut off those dog ears for you so that everything lines together perfectly. Then we're gonna stitch. And I'm gonna pull that pin out when I get to the center. All right, so now you can see how I sewed along that curve and how perfect that is. So we're gonna take our fabric, our section here, we're gonna press to the dark side, because we're quilters, that's what we do. Okay? And then ta-da, we've made that next section. So quilters, again, I would tell you to follow the instructions, bring your patience, work really hard on this. This is a great project, a real traditional kind of project. And I love the fact that you can do it either in scrappy or in 3 colors. We'd love to see your finished versions of Cleopatra's fan. You can post them at AccuQuilt.com. At AccuQuilt, we help you cut time so you can quilt more.